Hello everybody, and welcome back to episode 8 of Techopolis. We're almost at 15,000 subscribers. That blows my mind. I don't know 15,000 people in this world, but apparently 15,000 people know who I am. So that is insane and amazing. Thank you very much for all the love and support. The videos have been doing super well, so thank you. Thank you very much. As probably most of you know, I'm working in the bakery part-time, which gives me off days on which I record videos. And next week, my boss is going on vacation, which means that I'm covering for him in the bakery for the entire week. So I will be pretty busy at the bakery and possibly very tired after coming home from work. So maybe one video less next week and a possible stream or 2 or 3. I don't know. We'll see how I will be with energy and how much I will have time to record. And I will let you know. If I'm in a live stream, I'm going to post it on the community post, and I will hopefully see you all there. So in the description, twitch.tv/Fikibreaker. I don't really stream that often right now, but maybe next week. In the last episode, we got to the point where we have basic Technium ingots automated fully and stocked up in this drawer. And in today's episode, I want to work on the advanced version, for which we need a bit more pieces of automation, mainly a few alloys, and we also need to start making those alloys into plates and gears as well. Firstly, I'm going to walk you through on how to set up full-on automation for the advanced Technium, and then we're going to go actually automate plates and gears and alloys that we need. It starts off with adding 3 storage downgrades, 1 to each of these drawers. Then we need an ME storage bus down here, a level emitter right here, a fluid export bus on this side with lava. In the back here, we have a drawer controller and an export bus. And in the export bus, we're going to add all the items that are used to make the advanced Technium. And for that, we need 2 capacity cards and an acceleration card so it exports fast enough. And we're going to add Invar, steel, Constantan gear, aluminum plate, basic Technium plate, and obsidian. The next part is the XNet part, which requires a controller, a connector here, and a connector here. And then we're going to do another lapidary dynamo because this requires 200, I believe, RF per tick. It actually requires 300 FE per tick, which is way more than I thought. And for that, we're going to have this lapidary dynamo very much upgraded with reinforced integral components, which is going to make 3 times the scale. And this is going to do 200% output. So I think that should be 300 and something RF per tick, I think. To stock up the lapidary dynamo, we have an export bus with lapis lazuli. Next, we need to configure the controller, and you firstly need to give it a little bit of external power, which I did by moving this lapidary dynamo to the side, giving it a little bit of lapis, and it's charged up the controller. And now that it has charge, we can set up an energy channel over here. We're going to extract out of the lapidary dynamo. We're going to insert into the controller with a priority of 1. And then we're also going to insert into our resource combiner with a priority 0. So the controller always has power first and then the resource combiner. Next, we need an item channel on 2 and on 3. And we need to extract out of the drawer controller and insert into the machine. And we're going to extract also item stacks instead of single items. And then we need to extract out of the machine and insert into the drawer, which means that items will go from those 3 drawers into the machine and then from the machine into the drawer down below. I made these 2 rooms in mind to specifically make all of the alloys plus a tiny bit of extra space. And I think it's very beneficial for us if we try and do 2 alloys in one 5x5 area. Because we have the space, it's gonna look really neat, and we can actually save a bunch of these slots and we can use them for making gears and plates and other stuff. I added Constantan automation, which is just nickel and copper in an induction smelter, and then it gets put into this drawer and we control it with a redstone signal from this level emitter. And then we have an export bus with a capacity card, round robin mode, and a storage bus down below. For Electrum and Invar, it's going to be the exact same thing. An export bus with a capacity card and gold and silver. And for the other one, it's going to be a capacity card and iron and nickel. Over here, we're going to say 2000 Electrum ingots emit when levels are below, 2000 Invar ingots emit when levels are below, And then we have a storage bus down below to show it in our storage system. We then need to control the machine with redstone high and a configuration of auto input, auto output, input on the top, output on the bottom. The same here on this side. Like so. In the back here, we need some power, which is going to be a thermo generator with 2 cables, an ender tank on top, and as I've learned in between episodes, it can run off a magma block, not a lava bucket. So the magma block doesn't require 3 pieces of glass or 4 pieces of glass around it, and it's much easier to set up. So I have gone around the base and changed all of them to magma blocks, as you can see, which is wonderful and super easy. Most importantly, add your storage downgrades, otherwise this happens. You get a bunch of stuff in the drawer that you don't want. I actually had to change this for lava because I didn't realize that having a magma block underneath here produces less power, because if we look at heat sources, magma blocks produce 800 and lava produces 1000. If we can get to a blazing crystal, that's 2800, but that requires a bit of power with energizing from power, which requires dielectric paste, which we're not there yet. We still need a ways to go. I changed every single thermo generator around the base to a magma block, which means that each one of these produce only 36 RF per tick. And over here, I don't think it's really going to be an issue because we only run the pulverizer just a tiny bit to fill up this, because the pulverizer produces 2 items and the furnace can only smelt 1 item in the time that the pulverizer produces 2. So we have very little time where we run these 2 at the same time, which probably means that this guy just drains a little bit. And once it processes the things that it needs, it fills up with power again, and I don't think it really is an issue. Yeah, you can see it starts filling back up. And then it's all good for the next time the pulverizer needs to process something. We automated the Invar. The next thing that I'm going to do is aluminum plates and Constantan gears, and actually, I've already done it. It's down here. It's the exact same thing that we've been using around throughout the base. It's an export bus, level emitter, storage bus combination with aluminum, pulling it into the machine and then making the plates and a thermo generator in the back. And I did the same thing for steel plates because we need these to make all of the things in the engineer's workbench for more of these dies, for example, if we want to make more gears or if we want to automate wires, for example. And over here, I decided to add on the Constantan gears, which as soon as the gear is made, it's currently being exported into here because it needs to make 250 advanced Technium ingots. And eventually here, we're going to run out of the basic Technium plates. I made a stack of them and we're slowly going through them. And for the plates, I had a bit of an idea. What if we squeeze a multi-servo press and another drawer into this setup over here somehow, and also there for the advanced Technium plates, and so forth as we go forward with making all of the things? That will save us a lot of space down here for making each one of the Technium ingots into plates, and we can have everything right over here. I managed to squeeze everything in the space and get it working, and we're currently using 8 channels, so let's go in the back and let me explain. The bottom storage drawers are still on a storage bus like before. We still have the fluid export bus for water. We have an export bus for basic Technium, so this can start processing it into plates. And then we need a level emitter, and I have it set to 16 Technium plates for the moment. At some point in the future, once we have faster machines, we can increase that number, but we're basically going to store 16 in here. A stack is going to get exported into here. A stack is going to sit in the resource combiner over here. And possibly a stack of Technium, is always going to sit in here. So it's going to be a whole bunch of Technium that needs to be stored in different drawers because I want to have this placed that way. Then we have this triple thingy over here, which has the level emitter for the basic Technium. It has the export bus for all of the ingredients, and then also the export bus for the lapis for the dynamo. And as far as the controller is concerned, we extract the power and give it to all of the 3 machines. And then we still extract from the drawer into the resource combiner, and then extract out of the resource combiner and insert into the drawer below. And everything from XNet is right in here. You can see the cable going right along here. So this is for the power for the multi-servo press. And then here we have the top drawer and basically the drawer controller, and then the machine and the drawer down below. To get us started with Mekanism, we're going to need steel casings, which is the basis for all of the Mekanism blocks. And the steel casings require infused crystalline, which is made with regular crystalline with diamonds and emeralds in an induction smelter. And the regular crystalline is made from crystalline dust being smelted. And that is the resource combiner with all of these dusts and molten glass. And I think we should start by automating this first. And then we can work our way up towards getting steel casings and actually automating steel with Mekanism. The molten glass portion is super simple. We just export a bit of sand in a drawer, which is then pulled into the magma crucible. It melts into molten glass. It's stored in a fluid cell on a fluid storage bus, and everything is controlled with a fluid level emitter. The resource combiner to make crystalline dust is also fairly easy to set up. All you need is to export molten glass. We then need to export all of the items, which I am doing over here in this drawer controller. And I'm keeping 4 items over here, and then 2 items are here in the back, like so. Because we just don't have a drawer that can hold 6 items, and we're just gonna have 4 on display and 2 hidden in the back. We then control the thing on 2000 crystalline dust and emits when levels are above or equal to limit to turn off the machine. And then we use XNet to transfer the items and the power here in the back. Basically, the power from the lapidary dynamo traveling to the custom machine block, which is the combiner, the magma crucible, and the controller. And then we extract out of the controller into the resource combiner, and then extract out of the resource combiner into the drawer below. So we transfer all the items. And here we have an export bus with lapis and a dynamo with these augments. I'm gonna facade it this way with red on top, white on the side, and the blue on the bottom because it kind of looks like the crystalline dust. And I don't know if it looks weird or nice, but I'm gonna roll with it. Here on the other side, we're gonna process crystalline dust with a redstone furnace into regular old crystalline. And then we're gonna combine it with some emerald and some diamond in an induction smelter to make infused crystalline. And the automation is the simplest that it can get in this space, which is an export bus, a level emitter, and a storage bus. And this looks even weirder when I covered it up. But again, I'm gonna roll with it and just leave it be. I have to resort to this for making more steel because I had 2000 steel, but the advanced Technium automation just ate that up, and we are now gonna get a little bit of manual steel production just until I can make enough of the steel casings and the machines that I need for automating proper Mekanism steel production. And it all starts with getting a metallurgic infuser. And with 20 millibuckets of redstone and a basic Technium plate, we can get ourselves a basic control circuit. There we go. We then upgrade that to an advanced control circuit with 2 advanced Technium plates. And we're not gonna make the elite control circuit because we don't have elite Technium automated just yet. And for anyone wondering, I'm basically just going through the quest book, completing all of these quests here. We currently don't need advanced control circuits, nor do we need elite control circuits. So I'm just going through here and completing the quests because that's the thing that you do in questing mod packs. You complete the quest book. As you can see behind me, I prepared some Mekanism machines, mainly to automate steel ingots, but I sadly ran out of time to record this video because I don't have right now enough time to set all of this up. It's very late in the evening and I have work tomorrow. So with that, I want to thank you all so much for watching. I'm really hoping you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure to smash the like button. Also, you can subscribe to get notified of when new videos go live, and I will see you all in the next episode. Have a good one. Bye-bye.